Pure Fiction has gotten a rework as of late, and it actually makes the mode a lot more fun to play through, and some team comps that were a little strong before are definitely given a big boost now. First and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year's. It is really cool to be jumping into the rework for this mode on the first day of the year, and I am quite late when it comes to this. I hope you guys have had a good holidays so far, and I'm excited for what this year is going to bring, not only with just Honkai Star Rail, but also with just making content. As far as Pure Fiction goes, however, though, I actually do think the rework with how this mode works is actually a lot better than what we had previously. I mean, just allowing your teams to do a lot of damage overall with amazing buffs, especially once you do enter Resurgence, is actually very nice. But now there's a constant 5 amount of enemies on there, and dealing damage to them actually weakens the boss as well, which is nice. So for this first side, I'm actually going to be taking ACHERON DoT team here. There is a lot of lightning and even some decent amount of wind throughout this stage. But this first buff, Empty Air, is going to be really good for this team because it does increase skill and ultimate damage, even the speed. So of course this team is going to be popping constant ultimates, so that's going to be very nice. Once I get up to those 10 stacks, ACHERON can hit quite hard for sure. This is obviously one of ACHERON's weaker teams. There are a lot better options. Even if you have Jiaoshi for this fire on the second wave, that would be so much better. Or if I had like someone like Adventurin, which could take advantage of the imaginary typing here, that would be really great. But Fushuan still comes in handy with the Trend Light Cone. Alright, one thing I will say is that I'm actually liking how the new Pure Fiction is structured. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm wasting ACHERON's ult anymore, because there were so many instances where you would pop it when there was only like 1 or 2 enemies, and then another wave would come and it felt like a waste. But with there being a constant 5 enemy cycle here, you're never really running out of enemies to attack with her ult, which is nice. I'll probably just go ahead and target these ones. I'm really close to ACHERON there. I mean, that gives me the speed increase there alone and the ult, so let's go ahead and pop it since we can get it back so quickly. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's not gonna be enough to finish the wave. It looks like, though, I'm gonna have to take out at least 3 more of these, but that shouldn't be that bad, especially if I target this one over here. There we go. That's gonna move us on to the next phase. Yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, the grit just makes you so strong, and I'm only at 8 stacks right now on ACHERON, so she's gonna be hitting even harder. This is where it does slow down a little bit, I feel like, though, because I don't have anything that can affect the typings of these enemies aside from the main one. I really wish that I had Adventurin, you know, like if he ends up getting a rerun banner soon, maybe I'll just go ahead and pull for him, because I hate being like the only person that plays Star Rail that doesn't have Adventurin still at this point. All right, there we go. That's gonna give me another ACHERON ult. Let's go ahead and drop this in. That should kill off this whole wave for us. There we go. I mean, another nice thing is too, when you deal damage to these enemies with this, it does actually take damage from the main boss too, so it just feels really good to have AoE characters that can take these out even if you aren't killing the boss. And with this buff in particular, I'm actually not even using a skill point like right there, so I can just get my shield up and still have enough to use like Kafka, for example, so that's really nice. All right, with the blast attack, this should give me ACHERON's ultimate. There we go. Nice. Right before we run out of the grit value. So let's go ahead and use this, and this is gonna pop to hopefully weakness break the main boss. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it is almost dead. Cool. All right, this is gonna pretty much wrap things up. I just need to kill off 1 more enemy, and we're gonna be starting the next phase with grit value and pretty much ACHERON's ult, just like that. So not too bad. 24k so far. Let's see if I can get back to like my best on this. There we go. Okay, 1 more stack and we'll get ACHERONs. Let's just go ahead and use my E. It makes sense to just use my E constantly, even though I could have got the follow up there with Kafka, but we're already pretty much maxed out on ACHERON. Like, she's just able to one-shot every wave. It's crazy how strong ACHERON is here, even without Jiaoshi. All right, so the grit value is going to run out, but I actually think that's a good thing since everybody's about to get to attack. I should be able to build the value back up before we run out of turns, and then that is going to also make it where I can have enough speed to come back in as well. So let's do this. We're actually really close to even breaking through Japard. Obviously, I'm not going to kill him. I get really close, though, a few times. All right, this should get me to Kafka.
Good times. Time to say bye.
All right, actually, yeah, this is gonna give us the grit value right here, so then I'll be definitely able to get another ACHERON ult out of this. All right, it looks like this is gonna be the last ACHERON ult that we can drop in. Should kill off at least a few of these guys for us, and there we go. We're over the 30k mark now. They might actually give me to Fushuan. No, it doesn't look like it. That might have helped out a little bit with the extra damage. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. So 30k, not my best run. I definitely have gotten higher. As you can see here, I actually did get 35k on this when I did really well and almost even killed Japard for sure. I think in that run in particular though, Fushuan got targeted a lot, so I was able to squeeze in an extra ACHERON ult or two, but even so, like, I'm happy that ACHERON's able to do so much damage on this first half, even with the DoT team. And for the second side here, I'm going to be taking HERTA with Jade, Ranmei, and Gallagher. A pretty good follow-up attack team. Aside from Jade and Ranmei, it is quite free to play. The first time I actually 3-starred this, I had Pela there, but I don't really see the need to take her if I'm not using Ranmei for the other half. She's just really good for this side, allowing HERTA to like pretty much one-shot. And again, a really strong buff for this side, which is going to give us an immense amount of follow-up attack damage, allowing me to build up the grit value quite quickly, which is nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it with this team comp. Alright, so off the bat, I'm going to put this on HERTA, of course. I think this is going to be a really interesting run. With 5-star HERTA around the corner, I think it's going to be interesting how many people still use the 4-star one. But I do think, aside from Jade and Ranmei, that this is still quite free to play. Just a little bit. I mean, Lingsha would be so much better here, for sure. And even bringing Himiko along would be amazing. But there's actually a lot of ice typings that you can take advantage of, which is why I wanted to focus mostly on HERTA here. But alright, let's go ahead and attack this enemy. I mean, with the constant follow-ups, building up grit value for us too, it's really, really solid. And thankfully, because I do have Ranmei here, HERTA, like I said, can pretty much one-shot the weakness bar, even with her E. And especially later on, her ult's going to be very helpful for that. So there we go. We already got the Resurgence value. We'll let this wave reset. Man, they are making such short work of this. Okay, let's just go ahead and drop in one more ult. And that is going to wrap up for wave 1 extremely quick. Now, unfortunately for the second side, though, there's no quantum weaknesses to take advantage of, really. So, it doesn't feel like Jade's really going to be much help here as she will for the last stage. But even so, I mean, she's just such a good follow-upper for... like a follow-up enabler for HERTA. Now, I've heard that there's been a lot of issues with HERTA for this stage, though. I haven't really had that happen to me yet, but I think that's because most people are having it happen if they have Robin. Okay, I need them to hit HERTA here. Yep, just like that. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Yes, okay. Sometimes the RNG just works out in your favor, I feel like. But we do have the full Resurgence stacks now. Oh my gosh. He is actually really tanky of an enemy, but I mean, we're making pretty short work. Oh, is HERTA gonna die? No, they attacked her too much, man. Honestly, I don't mind because this run is going a lot better, actually. So, okay, let's start it here with HERTA's ult. We'll try to get back to it. Like, Jade and her are such an amazing combo. I can't wait. Like, I actually can't wait to see how well her and 5-star HERTA are gonna do. Especially because I'm probably gonna be skipping the first 3.0 banner. It would be nice to see, like, if I can maybe get the HERTA. Alright, one more HERTA. We're still within the 3 cycles, though, so that's really good. Oh, actually, I meant to pop my ult there. Alright, let's do this. Maybe with the amount of follow-ups, we can break through the toughness. We should. It would be so much faster if there was a quantum weakness. There we go. We got Gallagher. Okay, so I should be able to get one of these enemies maybe to half health. Ah, so close. I thought I could proc the follow-up, but it's okay. We'll get it there. Nice. And then we're also going to be building up the grit value here to maybe get back into Resurgence. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, for sure. There we go. They're so good for building it up. It's crazy. Maybe the weakness break from this will proc a follow-up for me. Yeah, there we go. So with that, we're very, very nearly done with this. There we go. He's finally dead. Sheesh, that took a while, though. All right, so there's 2 icy and 2 of the quantums here. So I think what I'll do, first and foremost, I would like to get Gallagher's ult as quickly as I can since he's very good here also. Let's pop Jade. And then I'll go in with HERTA. Alright, the Resurgence value is over, but that's okay. We can build it back up quite quickly. Plus, I do still have Gallagher's ult coming in also. So it looks like it's going to come to an end here, but we can easily crack 60k though. I'll go ahead and drop that in. Man, these plants feel a lot tougher than normal though. Maybe it's just me, but I remember them going down a lot quicker than this. I think if I would have got here a little earlier too, we could have definitely done a lot more to the deer. All right, so what else can I still do then? I can weakness break this and proc the follow-up. Nice. I need to put this back on to HERTA, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then we can drop in the ult. Unfortunately, there's only one I can quantum weak here. All right. There we go. Get all those follow-ups in. Okay, nice. And then the deer doesn't even get a chance to attack. That's what's actually crazy, though. All right, looks like this is going to be our last round of attacks here. At least we can get some follow-ups in right before we go. Ooh, they got me really close. They got me really close to HERTA there. That's unfortunate. One more ult, and we could have definitely beat my record. But there we go. That's going to do it. 30K for the first half. 31K for the second half. Not my best runs. I definitely feel like, though, I took teams that are a little bit weak compared to what I've been seeing a lot of people using for these sides, so I'll still be grateful with the 62K plus. So there we have it. That is the newest Pure Fiction. Again, I was extremely late on this. That's why I didn't want to use like super broken teams like Weakness Break and stuff like that. Like super break teams, of course, are going to be amazing for this, even with the new Ting Yun, which I'm still in the process of trying to get. I'll see if I actually end up pulling her. This stage, though, it's actually quite interesting. It is, because there's different playstyles you can take, and as I've said throughout the video, I don't think that my teams are that great for this. Even just slotting in one character, like slotting in Lingsha for the second half, or even Robin to make HERTA a lot stronger. I don't have those characters, unfortunately. Adventuring for the first half with Zhao Shi, those would be big improvement. Can't wait to take some other teams. As I said, there's a lot of different buffs that you can actually use for this, so it'll be quite interesting. That's gonna do it for today. I had a lot of fun playing the new Pure Fiction. I can't wait to use some more teams for this mode, and also to what's gonna come in the future. We also have a new Memory of Chaos cycle coming out in a few days, which I'm looking forward to. And version 3.0 is less than 2 weeks away, which is very exciting. I can't wait to jump into not only a new place to explore, but also to use some really interesting characters, especially with the Remembrance path coming. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in Honkai Star Rail, and I'm gonna be here for it. So I hope you guys will join me for that journey throughout 2025. But for now, again, Happy New Year's. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.